Hey gamers, welcome to Vlog Matters number 6. So I got through my second viewing of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and I found a lot of different things in David Fincher's commentary in my second watch than what I saw in the first time I watched it. So the first time I watched just the movie. I had already seen the movie in the past, so this is kind of like the first time I was watching it strictly for the game. And then I watched it a second time with the commentary throughout. And then I'll probably watch it again once or twice to get some other things from it that I'm looking for specifically. But I'm going to go over a couple of the overarching notes that I picked up from the two viewings. So the first viewing, I picked up a lot of atmospheric and what I would call Fincher's like filming style. So things like colors and what he does with fading in and out and scene transitions, and things like that. So some of the stylistic things he put in that movie, and looking back at other movies, I've watched a couple of his other movies recently, like Zodiac and some of the other ones. I think The Game and Gone Girl also. Gone Girl not as much, because when he hit the Social Network kind of era and going forward, he kind of got more stylistic with his colors, in my opinion. So some of the colorings in some of those other movies don't really apply, and the style isn't quite what I'm looking for this one. So Zodiac and that kind of stuff doesn't really apply to what I'm pulling from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. So if you go watch Zodiac and then you watch Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, you'll see those differences in atmosphere and color. Not necessarily that Zodiac's the bad movie or anything. It's just the difference between the two. You can see that, and you can see what I want to pull from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo if you side by side compare those. So other than that, there wasn't a whole lot of other stuff I pulled from the first viewing. I don't want to pull a whole lot of story, plot, narrative and stuff from the movie, and that kind of gets into the second viewing I had of the movie with the commentary. The second viewing with David Fincher's commentary was a lot more about the characters and how he chooses to represent them, and he goes into a significant amount of thought behind the character and their feelings, their views, their motivations, and specifically uses their motivations to shape their views of the other characters in the movie and the scenes. So I think that's something that I really should pull into the story writing aspect of this game, as well as the storytelling aspect when it gets into like cutscenes and narrative and that kind of stuff. That's something that was really big in the commentary that I got a lot of stuff around, a lot of notes. A lot of things like, we know who the bad guy is, but it's all about stretching the moment. Now, I'm not going to go a whole lot into Girl with a Dragon Tattoo if you haven't seen it, but there's a part where this person is not good. They are bad. And what he does is he films it and stretches that set of scenes quite a bit, so it makes it much more tense, and there's not a lot of, oh, this is just boring, I know that guy's the bad guy. When's he gonna pop out? That's where he gets the tension from, is saying, okay, this set of scenes is not this long. It's not, I know it's the bad guy. One scene, bad guy shows up. I know this is the bad guy. And then he takes that small set and just stretches it like this. So that stretch becomes the tension in the movie at that part. So that was something that I thought was really unique, that would be great for this project. Some of his quotes I just wrote down that are really good. Things like the kind of sadism that can be penetrated on the audience can be fun, something like that. Stuff like silence, then the music foreshadows something sinister, and that lets you know something is going to happen or something's coming up. That's definitely something that needs to be in this game, because this game is going to live or die by the tension and the audio. Primarily the tension, but the audio and the visuals that make that tension real, makes it real for the player. So there's quite a few of these quotes and items that I wrote down. I've got to go through all of them, kind of like categorize them, and then figure out what I want to pull directly from them and put into the game. I've already started some demo stuff and started with the atmospheric and visual look of the game, but there's a lot that's going to go into it from these notes. So once I get some more of that going, I will vlog again about it. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe if you want, and there's links below to some of our social network stuff. So see you next time.